So yeah, it's time to start digging in some dirt and running some new lines. Let the fun begin. Let me take this opportunity to state that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I got my degree from the University of YouTubes on how to do this. So we're just doing the best I can with what I've gathered on the intranets. So if it's on the internets, you know it's true. The one thing that I do know is that I need to actually mark where I want the heads to go, which is where our friend comes in handy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna start digging down to take out the rest of these lines and open up the box and start feed some new lines into that and start running them where they need to go before the topsoil comes in. Now the one thing I know for sure, according to the sprinkler heads that I got, they need to be placed about 10 to 15 feet apart from each other. So that's what I've done. I've paced out about 15 feet in between each head, and we'll see where that gets me. The question to ask is why? Why rip out what we already have and run new lines? And the answer is they just don't make sense anymore. The previous homeowners, they said that it was plumbed and ready for a system to be put in, but it was already here, and I don't think they ever utilized it. So I'm tearing out all the old lines because they don't make sense anymore. There were 3 lines that were going in the back right here, starting here. We had 1, 2, then 3, and they ran underneath, or they do run underneath this concrete pad, and I'm pretty sure there's heads under there, but we're obviously not going to tear out the concrete pad. We're leaving that there. So we just snip the lines off and we'll run 2 new ones. Lucky for me, the hard part's already done. All the manifolds and everything, the electronics and all that stuff is already put together. It's already ran to the system that's on the house right there. So I don't have to do that. All I have to do is run the new lines, bury them, and that's it. Nothing to it, right? No trips to Home Depot. Got everything that I need. Absolutely no more components I'm gonna need to put all this back together, run my lines, and bury them. So by way of update, first and foremost, I got my own pair of sunglasses, gave my wife's back to her. Second update, all the crap that I got from Home Depot just wasn't working, and it's because this is a older system with older manifolds and connections, and everything that they have at Home Depot just wasn't working. And the adapters that I was going to get to fix the manifolds and the lines coming out, it just wasn't working. Those parts and the components, I had to go back to the drawing board. That's what I'm trying to say. So what we've done is just completely remove everything and redone all of our lines here. Manifolds we're keeping the same. I'm assuming they're good, but we won't find out for another couple of weeks when the secondary water is turned on. Same goes for the control box there, although I might even just rip that out, change that out, put something fun, a nice little smart Wi-Fi one up there. I don't know. But what I've done right now is put 1 inch to 3/4 inch connectors on the manifolds, and we're going to run 3/4 inch tubing out to all of our heads. So in total, I think we're going to have about 13 heads back here. In the back, we'll have 7 that'll take care of this section over here. Probably do 1 in the middle here, which we most likely won't use, but it'll be there for peace of mind. And then we'll do about 6 over in this area over here. So all in about 13 heads, 6 on one line, 6 on the other, and then the one 360-degree head in the middle here, which will keep on its own zone, which will operate on an as-needed basis. So we're using these Mini Pro rotary heads, which have the number 1.5 pre-installed nozzles on them, and that nozzle is going to give us about 30 psi. It's going to have a radius of about 27 feet, and it should give us about 1.5 gallons per minute. And yes, I have all that crap right here. I'm not memorizing any of that. Are you kidding me? So now comes the fun task. I'm going to start running the lines out using our T connectors, running swing pipes up to our elbows that'll connect to our sprinkler heads, and then we'll get to trenching. So in theory, the new lines are now ran. I only needed to do 2 because the heads that I've got, they throw 27 feet. So that I should have head-to-head coverage just fine. And after running the lines and pacing off and looking and examining, and I don't think I need the one in the middle here, because between the heads that are gonna go on the fence here in the corner there, and the corner over here, there should be plenty of overlap, and I should not have to put the head right there in the middle where the oldest is standing. So foreman came out and inspected my work.
I came to inspect?
Yeah.
That's my job, the inspector, the designer, the measurer, the...
She does all the thinking because she's smarter than both of us combined, so.
I'm very impressed. He didn't give up.
Yeah, I was about to throw in the towel because this is stressful when you don't know what you're doing. I was just afraid I was going to screw everything up, but we won't know that for another month when the water finally kicks on. So now I guess the task is digging the trenches to bury these lines. Are you going to do that? Take that as a no. I guess I'm going to rent some equipment. So a couple of things. Camera died while I was finishing the trenching chore with that massively, excessively big machine for this size backyard, but hey, it made quick work of it, so that part's done. And 2, one thing about me is I very much like to do things bass-ackwards. I probably should have dug the trenches and then ran the line instead of running the line and digging the trenches. Would have made things easier. But this is my first rodeo, so you know, instead of asking somebody or researching it, I just dive in and do things. Figure it out as I go along. Learn from the mistakes. I had a mechanic one time tell me if you're not breaking something, you're not learning. So there's that. All the lines have been ran. I'm on the last little stretch here, putting on the swing pipe to run up to the heads and burying the rest of the line. And that's it. I'm leaving a good amount of swing pipe sticking out of the ground and just taping off the ends so I don't get dirt down on the lines, because I still have topsoil coming and then the sod's gonna go down, and after I put all that down, that's when I'll connect the sprinkler heads and put them at the correct positioning. I don't know how high they need to be, how low or whatever. So I figure bring in the topsoil, spread that out, level out this yard as best as I can, then bring in the sod, throw that down, and determine the height of the sprinkler heads after all of that. I don't know if that's the correct order, don't really care. I'll, like I said, figure it out as I go along. So, back to it. We do have some casualties from running that big old excessively large trencher for this size backyard. Broke this, gotta fix it. We cut the sprinkler control wire Gotta fix that. And we snapped this line off the main, which runs to the sprinkler over by the fence there. So gotta fix that. We also gotta straighten all this out, level it out, put some gravel down there, put the box back over it. Absolutely no shortage of work, that is for sure. But we got a lot knocked out today. All the lines are buried. My swing pipes are sticking out of the ground, ready to get heads thrown on them. We're making progress. I really appreciate everybody watching and commenting and subscribing to the channel from the last video that I uploaded. That truly means a lot to me because I really miss making this type of content. I miss interacting with all of you. I miss it all. I truly, truly do. And I truly, truly appreciate everyone that's been following and watching, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. So again, I appreciate it. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell on for notifications, all the good crap that comes with doing all of this. Appreciate you. Keep on keeping on, and I will most certainly catch you in the next one.